which is what the new generation. You know what I'm
Coming
saying?
up on season.
Are they coming up on season dances?
I think they're.
They-
I think the new generation hunger is refreshing. It's
It
kind
is.
of a reminder.
It
You
is.
know,
It's very.
we had a hunger at one point. I think
Yeah.
ours is definitely coming back. But
It's good to see. It's always good to see new generation because that means that this is continuing.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? When we stop seeing newer generations is when we should be worried. So I love it for that aspect. That new generation keeps Crump fresh. They keep Crump new. They're inspiration to, I think, the seasoned Crumpers because it makes us want to dance harder to compete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It
It's
does.
kind of like the whole basketball thing, like the Jordan versus LeBron, and some people would just grew up in the Jordan era, like myself, which we knew the difference between now and then. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with the Crump. Like you know the difference between now and then, but you still respect what's going on, but you still come from your generation, so it's just like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I gotta
show
ride.
you boys how we did
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
saying?
I gotta ride for my generation, and that's how it is. Like in the Crump game, I respect all of the new generation. You know what I'm saying? They're like a lot of creative and innovative dudes, and I think it's only gonna get better the more and more people that we see. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot more females now. You know what I'm
Unheard of
saying?
back in our gen.
That are actually like out here competing,
Mhm.
like not just competing with. It's no longer like female on female battles. Like they're out here trying to get at us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you gotta respect it now. Like it's females out here you have to lab for, or you will get dogged.
Yeah, it's become.
You know what I'm saying?
Like when it comes to breaking and b-boying, there's no gender on it. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
not. It's not
And
at
that's
all.
how it should be with Crump or any. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it should be with Crump. There's no gender expectations type thing.
No age limit.
But
Everything.
you whack. You whack.
And it happens. You know what I'm saying? There's people that be buck and they get whack, and then they get back buck. You know what I'm saying? There's people that be whack, and then all of a sudden they're like the buckets, and it's just like, what is going on? What's happening?
I like it. I like the new gen being so on fire, but I also it keeps me on my toes competitively, but also as someone who was before them, it makes me want to make sure that they learning the right stuff, whether it's the mentality or physical attributes of Crump. Like that, you tight, but hold on, you moving too fast. Don't get your ego up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll sit you, it becomes more of a parent role a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, do your thing. Hold up. I gotta check you right here. Like, you can't come to me like that. Or you can't go around representing us and you wilding. You know what I'm saying? So now it becomes more of a. I like it. Especially that an ongoing thing. I don't think it's a bad thing that you know, some of the older heads, they talk, you know what I'm saying? So if they were to get beat by a new gen Krumper, or even close to getting beat, that's one of them, hey, you better watch out. Now, see, me personally, competitively, I do not want to get beat by no new person. So I'm going to stay on my toes. Competitively. I'm going to stay on my toes. I'm going to stay in my lab. I ain't trying to get embarrassed, but that's just me personally.
And it should be like that because it is kind of like, because it gives the newer generation kind of that sense of entitlement. Because they feel like, yeah, you washed up, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, and I was able to come in here and wax you and da-da-da-da-da.
Now, if I lose to a new gen, I'll accept it. All right, whatever. But I'm not going to. So,
but I'm not going
you know what
to.
I'm saying? Like,
Lord Ethics ain't losing to the new generation.
not to no new gen.
He said it here first.
I guarantee.
You heard it here first.
This is why I'm in the lab, bro. Like, I stay strapped. You hear me?
Hey, you've been on some stuff too, man. Like, you've been wilding and killing sessions, like, lately. You know what I'm saying? You just been showing up,
I've been
like, on some chill stuff, and then you just get in the session and smash. Like,
I'm
You definitely, I've seen the level up.
I appreciate it.
From I think even just earlier this year, I've seen the level up just from earlier this year.
I've been learning a lot more, ever since my trip to Colorado. I've learned from people like Bad Guy 5, Bad Guy 1K, Beast. I've been around a lot of positive energy and stuff like that. And then, of course, Lowe's
Shout
Town
out to
came.
those people.
Lowe's Town came and Beast Camp, so I'm trying to just
Of course.
make sure that the stuff I apply what I know, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But also at the same time, life been happening too, you know what I'm saying? So
life happens, that doesn't stop. That doesn't stop. Whether you
think my
want it
life
to or
is-
not, life doesn't stop. It keeps going.
I'm at a point now where I feel like I can implement, like I care about putting my life in crump again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was a time when I didn't.
Right.
I was slacking off. But right now I care about actually putting my emotions in crump right now.
That's good. Maybe I should care about putting my emotions in crump.
That-
I just be wanting to get off.
Do you feel like the OGs support New Gen?
Ah,
Whether here or
some to a certain degree, some.
Mhm.
It's some that they don't want to give the accolades to the new generation of the people that are coming up. You know what I'm saying? And they kind of hold that. They kind of throw their rank around. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where it kind of gets tainted because you have to give credit where credit is due, whether old or new. You know what I'm saying? And the new generation, like I said, they're up and coming. They're, just like you said, they're hungry, So they want to be noticed. They want to be recognized. They want what the OGs have.
Do you feel like the OG, like those people are selfish? Like the selfish versus entitlement, that kind of leads into this. Like you were saying, some of them don't. They just throw their rank around.
Right.
I would feel like that would be selfish but you also have these new gen people who ain't even hungry, but they feel entitled. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
That
of who
also
they hang
taints it
around with.
too.
I think both play a part on their environment.
That taints it too.
Yeah.
Because people will always want to be a part of something.
Mhm.
They always want to be a part of, something where they can get recognized or they can, have that, well, I know this person or I hang around this person or I'm in this group, so it automatically gives me some type of entitlement to what I am or who I am in crump. You know what I'm saying? And I think that messes it up because just because you're new, you're a new gen and maybe you have got off a couple of times and, maybe, a couple of people, OGs or vets have told you that you are, good, that doesn't give you entitlement. You know what I'm saying? Because you still have to go through what the OGs and the vets went through to get that entitlement. You see what I'm saying? Like they went through some things to get that entitlement. They went through
It's so crazy.
battling in the trenches and you know what I'm saying? Like really putting on for this movement instead of just battling a couple of 2-3 people, getting some fame, and then now you feel like, you have the same status as, a knucklehead or a B-dash or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have the years nor experience. You're just good at crump right now, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. But that doesn't give you entitlement. It just means that you're a good crumper.
That's a very good point. I feel like there's so many aspects to that alone because you have let's say the OGs who didn't necessarily reach their peak before they stopped, or
right.
when it comes to like the attention part or
right.
just whatever. You know what I'm saying? In some cases, I feel like that could be bitterness towards the people who are making use out of the newer people that are, really coming in strong and not wasting time. They not playing no games. They just taking each step, you know what I'm saying, to get to where they want to be in crump. But you do have OGs and veterans who worked hella hard, they life away, blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes.
And then with the new people who have more accessibility because of the OGs and veterans, now these new people have, you know, better access to dance around their favorite krumpers or even battling their favorite krumpers.
Right.
And when they do that, even whether they win or lose terribly, they'll, well, I battle such and such. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's like a false entitlement. You know what I'm saying? Like, so?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they feel like because they battle somebody heavy or, you know, somebody an OG or a vet or, you know, just somebody who has that, you know, that name when it comes to Krump and they beat them, they feel like that is that entitlement that they should have.
Yeah, man. So, new gen, definitely respect the people who paved the way for you.
Right.
And I think the people who paved the way should respect the fact that they paved the way for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Not hold it against it, not complain.
Exactly.
Everybody should just be more aware.
It's going to be times where, you know what I'm saying, people are going to hold on to their status and not give no accolades to newer people until they quit. I really believe it's going to be. I don't know who. I'm not saying anybody specific, but there are people out there who are not going to give it up to the new generation until they have stopped crumping and it doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's going to be people that, you know what I'm saying, they're going to all the way 200% give it up to the new generation. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's going to be vice versa. It's going to be some new generation cats that's not going to let the OGs make it because they're OGs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they feel like
they're not going to let them make it.
Yeah.
And it's just like that. That's just the way of.
That's happened.
You know what I'm saying? But in all, I think everybody needs to give respect, regardless. Even if you don't want to give it up to these people, whether old or new, I think you need to respect them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what really I think will happen and make this a lot better for people and want to do it more is once we get to a point where people accept losses. Because people don't accept losses and they look at it like it's something that, like, if they lose, they losing money or something, or their life is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, your life is in stake, boy. You know what I'm saying? But I really believe that if people just accept and understand that it's just a loss and you can come back and do it again, and you know what I'm saying, we still can be friends and it's okay. And you know what I'm saying? I know Krump has beef sometimes, but still you have to understand, even in your beef battles, if you take a L, you take a L. That's what it's about. Everybody, both parties are not gonna win in Krump. You know, somebody has to take a L, and if it just so happen to be you, it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of it has to do with, at least these days, is the social media. You know, there could be you could beef with somebody and handle it right there on the dance floor, or you could, you know, just have a win or loss, and you know you accept that right then and there on that dance floor. You shake hands, you eat, but then once it comes to the footage, you know what I'm saying, a couple of weeks later,
right,
months later, depending on who filmed it.
Who put it out, looking at it.
You know what I'm saying? That could stir up some.
Still waiting on Crush.
Some
ugly fate, but whatever.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? That can stir up some feelings or some extraness from the distance.
Right,
You know
I agree.
And it could be embarrassing. It could be now you feeling angry all over again. You know what? You right. Maybe I should. Maybe I did win, and then that starts up again.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I think the social media needs to be better tamed when it comes to that type of stuff. Like, having your opinion is one thing, but it doesn't matter once that footage drops. You know what I'm saying? It just don't. And I think that's a lot of what affects it too, is that people really try to make their opinion matter on the footage, like when they weren't there.
I agree.